And we're going?
We're going. Hey, Maddie, how are you?
Hi, Nicholas. I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good. Hey, audience.
Hi.
Welcome to What the Fuck is Happening, the podcast.
Jeez.
The number one podcast in the world. As voted.
Universe?
In the universe, even. As voted by Dame Judi Dench. Dame Judi Dench.
Wow.
Known for her hit role in Cats, the musical.
And Skyfall.
And as Moneypenny.
And as no.
Weenie Penny?
No, she wasn't Moneypenny.
What do we think? There was like a lizard called a Weenie Penny or something? A Hemi Penny. They had two dicks.
They had a Hemi Penny.
Wow.
2
Throwback
weeks.
Thursday on a Monday.
To like 4 weeks ago.
Like 4 weeks ago. Okay.
We were pretty shook by that though. That was a lot.
We were.
Yeah.
Anyway, how do you be? How is you?
Oh yeah. Good. Wait. Okay, no, wait.
Wait.
We're supposed to show the worst thing that happened in our week, right?
Yeah, but I'm feeling like we should discontinue that segment.
That's really fair because I have a worst thing that happened in my week. It happened yesterday, but it's like a 15-minute long story. So I definitely agree that we should. Oh no, it didn't happen to me. So it happened to a friend. But it really pissed me off. So
Okay, well maybe that should be a what the fuck of the week. And then you're limited.
Maybe. Okay.
Time-wise, you're limited. How about
Fair.
that? Okay.
Yeah. What about you? How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I feel like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. That's fine.
Mood.
You know?
Yeah.
You know.
It is.
You know.
I feel like you're still in your cocoon phase.
I feel like I am so out of control that I might fuck around and like get something delivered to me, but change my name to like Dr. Nicholas.
Oh my god.
Just to make me feel like I have a little control in my life when it gets delivered and it says Dr. Nicholas.
Actually, can you do that though? Because that would be hilarious.
I mean, I feel like it would make me feel like I have control of my life.
Same. I'm going to do that every time I get something delivered to me now. Dr. Madison. Wow. Oh my god, it just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Does.
Doctor.
Do we have to bleep out our surnames? Or do we just not care anymore?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a problem for future editing, Nick.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, our elephant in the room this week
Oh, yeah.
is I feel like
There's
every
a
fucking
lot.
week we end up recording later and later, and that's the universe's fault, not ours.
Well, I was definitely going to point my finger at you, but...
Because I'm your universe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Today was kind of my fault. Was I fucking around? Yes. Did I still leave at a reasonable time? Yes. Was there a car crash that obviously is horrific for the people involved, but more inconvenient for me as someone who had to wait in traffic? Obviously.
Or
No, that's it.
you could leave
I wasn't
earlier.
taking actual... No, that was it. I wasn't taking
That was the end of the
constructive criticism. That was the whole...
That's really fair.
That was the entire
That's fair.
concept.
We got a lot to talk about this week. I feel like I've
Do
sent you
we?
a text on like 5 different things being like, what?
We do, but should we just fire through them so I can ask you questions? Because I really want to ask questions for you, and the next week you can ask me
Okay.
so that we can
What do you mean?
test out our interview questions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. For sure.
It's really one big question, but anyway.
Okay. Okay, well, first...
Oh my god, you have notes?
I'm going through the text that I sent you. That's the notes, yeah.
Oh my god.
Firstly,
Fresh
what
off the
happened
bat.
today? Exactly. Taika,
Taika Waititi,
Tessa,
Rita Ora, and Tessa Thompson
yeah,
have been
being absolutely iconic.
accused
I mean,
of being in a
accused?
polyamorous relationship. I say accused because they've had no input.
No, they haven't had any input, but there's some fairly explicit photos. Okay, they're not explicit.
What are you, a
as in-
fucking nun?
As in anyone's naked, but they're very clear what's going on.
Because if you're a nun, it's fine, because there's nudity, there's none.
Wow. Speaking of nuns,
Oh, yeah,
we gotta go see The Conjuring 3.
we do. Actually, I just got an email about that.
Same.
Wig, look at us go.
Okay, so that was that.
That
was
well,
a lot.
okay, yes, but I think the real tea is that Rita Ora and Taika Waititi are in a relationship, and then
Yeah.
Tessa Thompson, obviously a good friend, they were just having some fun.
Honestly,
Brought a third into the couple just for some sexy time.
I definitely love that for them.
And the
like-
paparazzi caught them, which is a huge invasion of privacy, but whatever.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. That's
I love
the
how I'm
real
like,
story.
with that, I'm like, boundaries. But with anything else, celebrities, I'm like, well, they're the ones who put themselves out there. I called Scott Disick like a C word the other day or something.
You did. That
And I was like,
what I was gonna
it's
bring up
his
next.
fault because he's on reality TV. I'm allowed to talk about him.
Yeah, you did. You said LMAO, Scott Disick is only 37. I thought he was pushing 50. He looks terrible. I mean, you're right. That blonde hair is...
Also, look at his Wikipedia photo. He looks fucking ancient.
Oh, I don't want to look at his Wikipedia photo. Anyway, he's in a relationship with a 19-year-old. And
Who is Amelia Gray Hamlin.
Found that out. And
of
that is a lot.
Lisa Rinna and Harry Hamlin fame, her parents.
Wow.
But Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is what I'm saying.
Yes.
And seeing the Amelia's personality from the seasons of the show I've seen, she is very immature. So I find it wild that Scott Disick, who looks 50 but is actually 37, is
yes,
immature enough himself to yeah. I don't know.
That's
I feel like
lot.
we've had this discussion before. Are we fine with relationships with big age gaps? Yes.
Yes.
Is it sometimes borderline predator behavior? Yes.
Those are not mutually exclusive.
No, they're not.
Things. For sure.
But you know what is mutually exclusive?
What? Our love for each other?
I was going to say, not Rita Ora and Taika Waititi's relationship.
That's funny. That's pretty good. Okay, the other two things were, I mean, not that it's a point, but it's here, so I'm just going to touch on it briefly.
You want to touch me up briefly?
KJ Appa's picture.
Yeah, you dumb slut.
This is mostly funny because of what happened between Nick and I. Okay, but it's to be...
He said it on like an Insta Live or something, so it's not
Yeah,
like...
I'm not sure why I was supposed to know the context going in here. But he posted a picture.
A picture?
Exactly.
Where's that accent from? Where are you from?
Breathe it. That.
Sorry, I was just bullying you.
That.
Continue.
Anyway, he posted a picture, and his caption was, "Daddy can't wait for you guys to hear this."
Yeah, he's in a band. Like, quote-unquote band. But the real alarming aspect of that
yeah,
is the daddy.
the daddy.
The daddy.
And-
May I have a pony?
And Nicholas was like, "Oh, well, his girlfriend is pregnant,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Okay, well, this is making way more sense now. I definitely thought this was a kink thing, but
Which, like, again, not mutually exclusive. You can be an actual dad and have a daddy kink.
you're right. In fact, of course, but also."
I mean, just look at you.
Exactly, I am, of course.
A DILF.
Exactly. No, but he says, "Daddy can't wait for you guys to hear this," implying that he means us.
Yes.
So is he our daddy?
Well, you see, when... The only reason I know he announced that his girlfriend was pregnant with his babies is because...
Or is he, or they're having twins. That's the only two explanations. Yeah, anyway, continue.
is because all of Thirst Twitter,
Right.
specifically gay Thirst Twitter, was like,
Of
oh,
course.
great, now we can call him a dad, and he's actually a daddy, and he's actually a dad.
Wow,
So I
so
think-
they can cover their tracks.
Yeah. And then I'm assuming all of his comments were like, oh, yes, daddy. Stuff like that,
Iconic.
you know, casual Tuesday morning stuff.
Of course.
And he was like, sure, let's embrace it. And also, he's fucking weird anyway. Have you seen his TikToks?
No, I haven't, but honestly...
Not to be problematic, but he looks like he's in a mental hospital. That's coming from someone with plenty of mental problems.
That's
Diagnosed!
That's hilarious. Wow, that was a lot. That segment was a lot.
That segment?
That
Yes.
segment. Okay, anyway, the final thing that I texted you about in the last 24 hours
Oh my god.
was that Demi Lovato has come out
Oh, yeah.
as non-binary.
Yeah. Good
Which-
for them.
Sorry?
Good for them.
For sure. Yes. Yes.
Is that all you had to say?
I guess. I was going to say that it was fairly surprising to me, but only in the sense that I feel like they've always been portrayed, I will say, as being quite feminine. But that also means
You
nothing.
think?
I do, particularly in the early days, though.
The early days, because the
guess.
past few years, I feel like Demi's been, you know, short hair, don't care, kind of.
It's really true.
I don't want to say
too.
androgynous, but like
Yeah. No, that's really true.
in that ballpark.
That's really true. They've definitely, I feel like, embraced and like come to really love and accept
themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Love
that's
that.
where I was going with that.
Also, all the bigots out there, see how easy it is to
It's
say
really
they,
true.
them instead of any other pronoun.
It's really true.
Fucking
sure.
does not affect your life at all.
No,
anyway.
it doesn't. I mean, it takes like 2 minutes to get used to it, and then eventually you're like,
exactly.
it is what it is.
It
like,
is what it
It
is.
is like fine, you know.
Tea.
By fine, I mean like it's no extra effort.
Are you trying to gatekeep the non-binary?
Yes, it sounded like what I meant.
It's fine. No one thought that. Well, I feel like as a society, we don't talk about the fact that like celebrities coming out as non-binary, like Demi Lovato and Sam Smith and stuff.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like it should be talked about more purely because I love that for little kiddies who don't know
It's really true.
who they are
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like,
and think that it's not a valid option, which it obviously is.
well, even an option at all.
Or an
like
option
when
at
we
all.
were kids, like,
It wasn't a thing.
no, it wasn't a thing. So it's, yeah, I don't know. I can imagine growing up and not even knowing that that was like a valid feeling or a feeling at all to have. Like, I feel like it would be very confusing growing
Yeah.
up not knowing
Yeah.
that that's a possibility.
Mm.
Make it
Yeah.
more difficult to like,
Totes my goats.
yeah.
Love
Anyway,
it.
that was all. That's all.
Love
the
that
things.
for them.
Yeah, that was rapid fire covering the pop culture news this week.
That is. And then I'll say my few pop culture things. I don't actually have much that this week, though.
Wow.
To
I did
be
it all for you.
honest. Honest. What did I watch? I'm finally catching up on The Boys.
Oh, yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy muchly.
Nice.
I've said it before and I'll say it again until the day I die. Chase Crawford could literally snap my neck. And it would make me H-word.
Hi.
Horny.
Oh.
I feel like I didn't actually really... Oh my god, did you see the news? The news?
No.
The Bachelorette Australia has cast its very first Indigenous Bachelorette.
Stop.
Not just that, queer Bachelorette.
Did
Queer
you just say
Bachelorette.
Black Bachelorette?
I didn't, but like... now you have. No.
No, that's really nice.
Yeah, and queer.
Wait,
and
so are
they're
they go-
casting men and women.
I was about to say, is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
Love that.
I know. How
Love
iconic.
that a lot, to be
Yeah.
honest. That's perfect.
I know.
They're
Her
gonna
name's
get
Brooke
so much
Burton,
backlash from that.
but also so much new viewership. I'll watch it.
It's true.
I wouldn't have watched it
support that.
before.
I would agree with that. Yes, I will. You're right. I don't really like The Bachelorette or The Bachelor, but
This
I
is
will
iconic.
support them for doing that.
Correct. Blah, blah. Yeah, and her name's Brooke Burton. Like, name a more iconic name.
Can't.
What'd you just call me? I cannot. The Australian accent's too much. I'm 23, and for 23 years, I've been saying, it's too much.
Don't understand a word you're saying.
Exactly. And also, I think we've talked about this before, but like, growing up watching so much American and British TV,
Yeah.
and then like talking in this
Yes.
dog shit accent, it's like, I'm so insecure.
Oh, for sure. You hate yourself.
You know, all of my childhood growing up, I was so insecure about my sexuality and my accent. It was really rough being an Australian.
Difficult to know which one of those two things was worse.
Exactly.
Wow.
Also, this just in, Maddie hates the gays.
Of
She
course.
just said was worse.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
She actually, just before we started recording, called me a fat fucking faggot. And I said, exactly.
Well, he said daddy.
I said daddy.
Exactly. Wow.
I watched Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder's Army of
Oh,
the Dead.
yeah. Was it any good? It's getting pretty bad reviews.
Oh, it's getting pretty good reviews.
Oh, shooky. Okay, well, the only reviews I've seen were all negative.
That's because you don't leave your fucking circle of reviews.
Yeah, that's probably true. I should follow more people.
But anyway, it's not very good. Look, if I'm gonna agree with you, I'm gonna come for you first. And
Oh, God.
some may call that a character flaw.
Some may not.
So I would not. I would call that personality, as they say on Drag Race Down Under. No, like, it wasn't that bad. It was just like 2.5 hours, and the opening scene includes
Stop.
like boob scenes, like titties out
Ew.
for no real reason, and the rest of the movie has no nudity. So it's like,
It's just to hook people, catch them, bring them in. Well, I read.
You read?
Yeah, I read.
I white.
I was reading that.
Wow.
No, that the action scenes were kind of good. They were okay, but then all of the character stuff where they were trying to get into the dude with the daughter or whatever, all of that was really boring.
It was not boring, but not good.
Oh.
Like, it wasn't effective.
Well,
like
Zack Snyder doesn't have very good dialogue in general, so...
Oh, see, I was going to say, could Dave Bautista lead a movie? Yes. Should he? I'm not going to say no or yes. I'm going to leave that up to
the viewers.
God herself.
Themselves.
Themself.
Themselves?
Anyway.
Is that a word?
Themselves, yeah. Themselves. Yes.
Is it?
Aren't you the smart one? Anyway.
I think it's just themselves.
I don't know. I mean, like, on Twitter and shit, I see people throwing around words like groundbreaking. And never been done before. And, like... action excellence, and I'm like, it's not true.
Let's rein that back.
It's none of them. Is it a normal action movie? Yes. Is it like brand new concepts and shit? No. It's basically just the zombies have werewolf-like mentalities where they're in packs and stuff.
Oh.
And there's like a leader and an alpha and
I
stuff.
thought it was a heist movie. Like, I knew it was zombies.
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
thought
it
was
is
a
that.
heist. Oh.
Spoiler alert, obviously shit turns to shit.
Right.
And they don't make it out with any money, really.
Oh.
Everyone dies.
Oh.
It's been out for 2 days, guys. If you haven't watched it, that's not my... It's been out for a week by the time. No, not even really. Oh, or whatever. I don't care if I spoil it. It's a Zack Snyder movie. It's not like it's...
I mean...
narratively deep.
Accurate, and also, like...
And this is someone
really
coming from someone who likes Zack Snyder's movies, generally.
What movies have you made, though?
300, which I haven't seen.
I watched 15 minutes of that and was like...
I really liked Man of Steel.
Excuse me, I was talking.
This is the podcast. The entire concept of the podcast was interrupt each other.
Fine. Man of Steel, was that Zack Snyder? Yeah, that wasn't too bad. It went really downhill in the last 40 minutes, but aside from that...
I'll take your word for it. I don't remember it.
Oh.
Which probably says everything, really, I guess.
Yeah! Well, how can you say you liked it if you don't remember
I remember generally liking it, but really I would just remember being, like... What was that, like 2013?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would have been, like... an age. Math?
Do you know, my brother...
That was really
just for general reference for the audience, who is straight...
Our audience is straight.
I know. Thinks that Henry Cavill is the hottest man on the planet. He fucking... Every time Henry Cavill comes on screen, Mackenzie's like, oh my god, he's just a specimen. His body is just amazing. I'm like, okay, let's just calm down a little. He's like, Madison, have you... Look at his legs. Look at his calves. I'm like, yeah... No, for sure. I'm definitely looking, like...
Respectfully.
Yeah. Let's keep this PG.
What's your point here? Is your point here that he's not the hottest man in existence?
No, I was just saying, just because it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Sounded like you had ulterior motives.
No, I didn't. I mean, I don't think he's the hottest man in existence, but he's pretty hot.
I think he's beautiful.
He is
And for some reason, like, 13 or 14-year-old me who was still in the closet was like... Ew. I'm going to go see this movie and I'm not going to have a physical reaction at all.
And did you?
Spoiler alert. I did. Is that too much information?
Yeah, it's so funny.
Maybe. It's not my problem, I guess.
No.
Future employers.
Don't listen.
Ooh.
Oh, man. I don't think future employees are going to listen to all 35 episodes just to get to this one section.
Joke's on you, because there's 34.
Exactly.
You dumb bitch. And we also said way worse stuff even in the first episode. Don't have to listen far. They don't have to listen far.
No, it's really true.
And that's that on it. Okay. That's actually, I mean, pretty much everything I have written down.
Okay. Love that.
Specifically for this. Do I? Yes. So, I'm thinking I ask you, this week I ask you the question that we're going to be asking guests
Okay.
when we eventually get around to doing that, which I've been saying since, I don't know, episode 1.
Accurate. Although we will soon have a nice space to do that in.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
I'm just so scared about, like, messaging people and stuff about it.
That's
anyway.
so fair.
Also,
100%.
like, what's punching above our weight, you know?
Literally everything. But also, let's go for it.
Wow, I feel really attacked right now.
2s go out with 10s all the time. This is basically the same thing, isn't it?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I vote we just message someone with 1 million followers.
Okay, I'm
and
going to
just see
message
what
Henry
happens.
Cavill and I'm going to be like, want to come on the pod and absolutely confront Maddie about calling you ugly?
If you do, I will actually be the happiest person alive. So.
Oh my god. You know my friend Sunshanko's Maddie?
Yeah.
Lol, now you know where I live and my full name. Anyway, a few years ago, it was before my birthday, I think it was it would have been the Sweetener tour. Ariana Grande was on the Sweetener tour.
Yeah.
And it was coming up to my birthday or Christmas or something.
Right.
And Ari still hadn't announced the Australian tour dates
Right.
for her concert. Plot twist, she didn't do any.
Oh.
But my friend messaged her like 5 times on Instagram and was like, hey, I really want to get tickets for my friend. What's happening? And I was like, that's so cute.
That's
It's
so
the thought that
cute.
counts. It was so
Honestly,
cute.
imagine literally...
Imagine a world like that.
Yeah, imagine literally having the audacity to message the singer and be like, so when are you coming? As if Ariana even knows when she's coming to Australia. She'll just be told 2 days before, okay, next. You're
Thank
flying
you,
into
next.
Brisbane. Yeah, exactly.
You're really missing all these puns.
I'm not missing them. I'm ignoring them.
Wow.
Okay.
I feel attacked. Okay, Maddie, it's time for the question.
Yeah.
We are 20 minutes in,
Okay.
specifically 22.
Okay.
So we have plenty of time to talk about each of these answers deeply and enthusiastically. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Okay. So, hypothetically,
Okay.
if aliens were to invade Earth,
Right.
which, like, only a matter of time,
It's true.
Biden, please release everything you know. Just a side note.
Well, is that... Okay. But this is before the aliens land on Earth.
Yeah, like I'm saying, Biden, please release any information about
Yeah.
aliens.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Biden is not going to do that. If you wanted
No.
information on aliens,
Should've been
you
Trump.
should have Trump. Yeah, you should have asked him.
The one thing he would have been good for.
Exactly.
Leaking information. Also, just leaking. He seems like the type of person to leak. You can't have a cheeseburger a day and not leak out of some type of orifice. Was that too much of a...
Stop talking now.
Was that too much of a tangent?
that was too much to handle, yes.
Wow, I feel attacked. Anyway, if aliens hypothetically invaded
Okay.
Earth, this is not a threat. They're not invading Earth that I know of.
Okay, right. You're not calling to your alien.
And they said, so, us aliens, we hate culture. We hate pop culture. You know? They're pop culture hating aliens.
Right.
Call them boomers. That was mean. I'm sorry. I feel bad about that one.
That was fucking hilarious.
Anyway, they came to Earth and they said, each person on Earth, all 2 billion of you, the other 5 billion were killed
Right, in the invasion.
in the invasion.
Okay.
Really doing some world building here.
Yeah, we are.
We are pop
dystopian
culture hating
novel.
aliens.
Yep,
Yes, in a Veronica Roth novel.
exactly.
And we're going to allow every human person to live
Right.
that's still alive.
All
if
right.
you agree to only have one piece of culture, pop culture, from each of the categories available to us, okay?
Okay.
The rest is getting incinerated,
Right.
wiped from existence forever.
The person, the creator, or just the actual content?
The
So
content
if I
itself.
Say, like,
no. If you
we're
say
only
like
keeping Ariana Grande, that doesn't mean that every other singer in the world is getting killed, right?
no, well, it has to be an Ariana Grande song / album.
Oh wow, that's a lot. So Ariana Grande.
Actually, just song.
Oh my god.
So she dies. Unless she also agrees to these terms and conditions.
Okay, right.
If
okay,
she read the
so
fine print.
Creators don't get killed in this.
No.
It's just their content.
Well, they might have in the first 5 billion. This
Right.
is getting too deep.
Okay.
So they say
Yeah.
you can keep one TV show. I guess if you can keep a whole TV show, you can really keep an album.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. One song and or album and its
Album.
accompanying music video.
Okay.
And I say accompanying music video purely because that's my answer as part of that. One movie, one book,
Oh,
and
goodness
one
me.
cultural moment. Okay? Now, when I say cultural moment, I mean...
Lady Gaga in the meat dress.
Lady Gaga in the meat dress. I mean, it has to be
No, that's my
specifically Lady
answer.
Gaga. No. Well, it can be anything. It can be the moment One Direction was formed
Wow.
by Simon Cowell. You know, your favourite person on earth.
Wait. So if I... Okay,
Your
this is
answers can
creating
be...
some interesting points, okay? Because if every other iconic pop culture moment is deleted,
Well, no,
e.g.
like-
One Direction not being formed.
From existence. These are time manipulating aliens.
Right. Well,
So
then,
if you said my favourite cultural moment is the moment that the 5 One Direction members came together,
yeah. Their
that
albums.
means they now exist still. Like the concept of One Direction.
Okay, but if I don't say that, does that mean that I won't have any music to pick from One Direction?
No, they're independent answers. Don't get too deep.
Okay.
Stupid bitch.
Okay, TV show.
Yeah, we start with TV show, and it has to be something that really they specify. These aliens, they specify. This is good. We're whittling down the question. The aliens, they specify. This has to be a piece of pop culture
Yeah.
that really defined who you are today.
Oh, okay.
Either professionally, personally, creatively,
Okay,
just
well
who you
then
are.
It would have to be Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
I know. Minus the last 2 seasons. They can just get rid of that.
Oh, okay.
They can just take that as collateral.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, movie. Oh, and it has...
Well, no. Yeah, okay, go.
and it
I was
has-
going to say we should... Why? Why was Game of Thrones that moment for you?
Oh, right.
What, like,
Okay, well, full disclosure, I didn't actually start watching it until 2016. Yeah, so I was very late to the boat.
very late to the dragon ride.
Exactly.
And I remember because Miss Maddie
yes.
locked herself in her room for like a week and
I
didn't
did.
come out until she finished.
Yeah, that was a big week.
Yeah.
But it
And
was
that
very
was...
good.
She was masturbating.
Of
She wouldn't
course.
come out until she finished.
To Game of Thrones.
To Kit Harington.
Specifically.
True. How can we say Henry Cavill's the hottest person when Kit Harington
It's
exists?
really true.
You know?
And Sebastian Stan and Chris Evans.
Yes.
That was a lot of people I just named off the top of my head.
See, I would also throw in there like Riz Ahmed.
I don't know who that is.
Hateful woman.
When we do your answers next week, you're going to say a bunch of things and I'll be like, cool story, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's true. You need to get more cultured. Anyway,
Accurate.
why did it resonate with you in such a way that it like, because it did define who you are
Oh, for sure. For sure.
with all your writing and shit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really know why it was something.
Okay, well, it doesn't have to be deep, but like just surface level.
Yeah, I mean,
Why did you love it at the time?
I just thought it was a really. Okay, we're talking early seasons here because
Oh my
obviously
god,
I
okay.
only
Caveat,
watched...
she hates the last 2 seasons.
Yeah,
We all do.
obviously.
Keep going.
The early seasons were so well written and they felt like they had quite... It was like a really nice mix for me between the fantasy genre, which I love. Fantasy genre.
Fantasy genre.
Which I love.
Yeah.
But also there's like really big political...
Right, narrative.
Yeah, which I also really
A
love.
complex spiderweb narrative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yes, the spider web, but also just like the general political maneuvering. It's like, I love that. It's my shit. So the combination of those 2 things and then
Yeah.
the generally good writing and character development in the early seasons was really good. And then obviously when we get to season 6, I'm totally loving the plot line and storyline where Jon and Sansa reunite and take back Winterfell. Totally digging it, which is where all my writing has come from. So, yeah. I would say that would be the TV show that I keep. And that has defined me.
Interesting.
Yeah. Boo.
Interesting.
I wish I had a better answer, to be honest, but I don't.
Do you think it had like anything to do with the fact that, honestly, like out of media that I've consumed, it is one of the shows that handled an ensemble cast well.
Yeah.
Each character got, I would say, pretty much the amount of screen time they needed,
It's really true.
especially in those early seasons before
Yeah.
it all.
Went to shit.
I was gonna say before the storylines connected.
Yeah, well, that too.
That too. Interesting. Because
Yeah.
you have a very big thing for character development.
Oh, for sure. It's personally like the most important thing to me, particularly when I'm writing.
I'm sitting right here.
Yeah, you're way down.
Anyway.
Character development is here and you're like here. No, like particularly when I'm writing or reading, the story is one of the least important things. It matters a little bit more for me in like TV or movies because I'll get bored quickly if it's not interesting.
Right.
But yeah, no, character development is really, really important to me. And so when they can do both things at once, have very interesting characters who have a really natural arc that is also set in a really interesting story, it's like, oh my God, the holy grail. Because I often find that they can't do both.
Yeah.
Creators.
And then if they can't do both, you'd rather have character development.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair. Okay, interesting. Because I feel like a lot of people would, if not all, like majority, would say if they had to pick one, they'd pick story.
Oh, for sure. I think that came from, for me, because I did so much English in high school. I did 3 different classes of English.
Nerd.
Yes, exactly. In year 11 and 12. And my English teacher, he always was like, okay, so when we're talking about writing and when we're talking about books, you have all of these different pieces that go into it. And then there's plot. And that doesn't matter ever at all for no reason. That it's not something that we ever really discuss. It's not important. It's not it's there to make it interesting, but it's not an element that we like dissect and talk about. And so I think it's definitely come from that because my brain has been trained to not care about the plot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
So then, okay.
So that's that.
Wild.
Wild.
Is your English teacher old?
I would say I think he's probably 60, maybe 65. But he was I loved him. I actually still talk to him sometimes.
That's not inappropriate.
Wow. Okay. No, he's he also is in contact with my mum, so it's like a whole thing. And he's really nice.
It's a family affair.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, well, song, album, music video.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, so it also has to be something that's defined me. That's actually made this answer, all my answers way easier, yeah.
Not even defined you, but defined how you, I guess, turned out or like...
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, album, there's 2 choices here. I know.
Okay, shoot both and I'll help you whittle it down.
One Direction's Made in the AM.
Okay.
Their final album. Or Taylor Swift, 1989.
1984-94. What's your favourite song of all time? This isn't one of the questions, but like just out of it.
I don't think I have a favourite song of all time.
Okay, if you had to like listen to one song on repeat for an entire road trip.
You're gonna hate me for this answer, but like if I'm doing this tomorrow, it would be Cardigan from Folklore.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is not what I would have thought you were going to say.
No, I don't know what it is about that song, but it just resonates with me, both tonally, musically, song.
No, I love that.
Word-wise.
Yeah, sometimes the song just vibes. And
it does just vibe, and I just never get sick of listening to it.
Yeah, that was like that Kylie one from a few months, like a year ago, really. There was a Kylie one. I think it was Say Something.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a pretty happy song. Why does this make me want to cry?
That's really fair. It's got quite a nice like vibe.
I don't know. It just hit me deep.
It's got like it's quite an emotional type of hook.
See, not even that. Like words aside, I think there was something about the music that was so
okay.
I don't know, cathartic for me, and I can't explain it.
Interesting.
But anyway.
Love that for you.
Yeah. Well, okay. So if your favorite song at the moment / all time is Cardigan by Taylor Swift, perhaps 1989.
Yeah, that's probably true.
However, knowing you, One Direction is pretty big.
One Direction is very big, and there are less songs on Made in the AM that I would skip.
Well, see, I can even see you singing History, like, on repeat.
Accurate.
You and me got a whole lot of history. I didn't even know that song until you played it for me.
Oh, that's such a great album. I should listen to it again.
You should.
Yeah. Okay, that's a great album.
Can I go back to Cardigan for a second?
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
That's fair.
How does it go?
I knew you sitting on the
Okay.
last train, marked me like a bloodstain.
Okay. Well, yeah, for me, out of those albums, it was Willow.
That's fair.
Yeah. The Spooky Witch remix, whatever it is.
Yeah. I didn't really vibe with Willow that much, but I also think it's one of the better songs from that album, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. Doesn't mean I agree.
Well, I mean, vice versa.
Go off. Wig, okay. I want to know, why did One Direction like resonate with you so much when you were a teen? Was it just that it was so popular that it was like impossible to not be obsessed with?
Well, maybe. See,
or was it like, because it was kind of a resurgence of boy band mania from the 90s?
It definitely was, for sure. It was definitely boy band time again. At first I really disliked One Direction, and I don't think it's because I disliked them. I think it's because I just,
Quirky.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, same.
Disliked the idea
Completely.
of a boy band and all of that type of stuff.
Girls fawning over him.
Exactly,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But funnily enough, I did not actually hold out that long because even though I didn't like them like the first time they came to Australia and all of that type of stuff, I still started to like them and listen to their music before the second album even came out. Like, I have very vivid memory of pre-buying the second album. So I definitely didn't hold out that long.
So it was like, it was in the lull between album cycles that you...
It was.
When the
their
mania
first
was
album had
chill.
already come out. Because I know that they released a couple of singles at first, because obviously they were...
That's what makes you beautiful.
Yeah, before they released the full album. Yeah, and then it was after the first... there was just a couple of songs on the first album that I was like, oh my god, this is a bop. And then I listened to the whole album, and then I was like, oh my god, I love One Direction.
Was it ever for you like, they see me, they are speaking directly to me in this song?
No.
Because for a lot of girls, it's that.
No, it is a lot of that. It is that for a lot of girls, but no, it wasn't that. I think it was... I mean, obviously, when you're young, you have stupid, like, oh my god, I'm in love with them and I'm obviously the person that they're going to marry. But no, I wouldn't say that their music specifically spoke to me in a way that it was like, oh my god, this is uplifting. I feel like they see me. I'm so special or whatever. It wasn't like that, I don't think. Yeah, no.
Interesting. Because I had like an obsession like that with, it's confusing to me because so many of my obsessions were like tied to me being uncomfortable with my sexuality and stuff at such a young age.
Yeah.
Like, they were the innocent, like, before I had any issues kind of things, like Harry Potter and Bob the Builder and Bananas in Pajamas. But, like...
So when you were 2.
Yeah. But then there was the ones, like, kind of at that turning point when you start to become more aware.
Yeah.
Like, I was obsessed, like, hardcore, crazy fan, like, with the Hunger Games.
Oh, okay.
And because of that, I was like... How about I latch on to the idea that I have a massive celebrity crush on Jennifer Lawrence? Because it's easy, and when people ask me a celebrity crush, I don't have to panic.
Yeah, fair.
I can just say Jennifer Lawrence, that kind of thing. And that was absolutely tied to my sexuality and, like, insecurities about that.
Yeah.
But I've always found it so fascinating with, like, I don't know, normal people.
Straight people.
I mean, not to call straight normal, but back then that's what I thought, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I always find it interesting to see what resonates and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, take a shot every time one of us says resonate.
Oh my god. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just one of their music videos, like, really, do you fuck with it? Like, real hard?
I'm gonna say no, and that is because I never really felt like the music videos were good because you're looking at their face and that's really nice. But none of their music
Which is why
videos,
people watch the video version of that part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No. I wouldn't say that any of their videos ever like went off or were particularly creative or anything like that.
True, because the moment I never had a grudge against them in the early days until. I can't even remember what album cycle it would have been or whatever, but
I will know just based on what you're about to say.
Completely. They did a cover of of that song. You know the song they did a cover of?
Teenage Dirtbag? Is it?
No,
in an
Teenage
album?
Dirtbag.
They did that in a concert.
Oh, no, not that. It was a single. One Way or Another.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I think that was between the second and the third.
Okay, well, whenever that was, I was like, I hate these boys.
You know,
One,
they did
because
that
they're
for
so
charity.
popular. And two, because it's a bad cover.
That's fair. It's not a great cover.
But then, a few years later, when I had fully come to realize that just because something's popular doesn't mean you need to hate it,
Yeah.
I embraced One Direction and their bops, and I embraced Twilight and its insanity.
Yes.
That kind of thing,
God.
you know?
Yeah, I feel like we gotta have a whole discussion about things that we initially hated and then came to love.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because we were being shallow.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm on the deep end!
Do you know one thing that I always... this is a bit of a tangent, but that I've always consistently loved and have never been like, oh my God, this sucks, is the Hunger Games, actually, because you just said that before. Yeah. Because I always quite liked the books and then I really liked the movies. And then by the time I was getting... Like, I feel like I've grown out of a lot of my YA likes and stuff these days.
Yeah.
Now I can be like, yeah, they were good, but they're not be all end all. But those
It
books,
wasn't as game changing as I thought it was at the time.
No, exactly. Yes. But I feel like those books really, like, genuinely had something to say. Like, they were actually angry about something and they had something to say. And those movies as well, particularly the later movies when you start to get into, like, the actual revolution and stuff. I know this is going to sound really white of me and really privileged, but I felt like it was a really good way of kind of reminding people of the realities of, like, life is not always good.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is what...
Baby's first wake-up call.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
That, and, yeah, no, totally. I absolutely agree. And I think that was actually part of Suzanne Collins's ideal, because I remember... back from my crazy days, back in my wild times when I was obsessed, she did multiple interviews, and she was like, the idea only came to me because I was flicking through TV, and I went from, like, a Nickelodeon kids game show to news footage of a war where children were being displaced and killed and their families, and I found it, like, the juxtaposition so jarring and so...
Yes.
There's something real about that, you know?
Exactly,
and
for
something,
sure.
Like you said, to be mad about.
No, 100%. And I think there's also even... She's got that layer, and then she's got the layer of exploiting children in, like, in a entertainment industry and stuff. All that
Wig,
as well.
Tie that back to One Direction.
Oh, accurate! Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Wow, look at us go.
Look at us go. We're so deep.
I know.
Yeah, okay. Movie that I would keep. Okay, Well,
if it's a movie series, it's fine.
I don't know if I would say that I'm keeping Avengers, but it's definitely the one that's, like, shaped me.
Okay, let's give it to one movie. Avengers, yes, it shaped you.
Yes, but I'm not necessarily sure it will be the one I keep.
Okay, but... No, well, you don't have a choice.
Oh.
Because it has to be something that means something.
Oh, okay. Well, then I would have to say that. Because... What are we at? Yeah, no, because... I feel like that was my introduction to pop culture. Well, the nerdy culture, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, the surface level nerdy, obviously.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
The, like, mania around it. The, hype around it.
What do you mean?
Because I remember the weekend that Avengers came out. It was Anzac Day, obviously.
It was.
Anzac Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I got invited by, like, 3 different people to go watch it on opening day. And I was like, well, I haven't watched the other... I've only seen Iron Man. Wild.
See, I didn't even know... I don't remember why I even went and saw the movie. I did go and see it on opening day, but that was for no particular reason. I didn't even know that there were movies that were supposed to be before
it. It was just like, let's go.
Yeah, I was like, oh, someone's invited me to see Avengers. Okay. And so I went and saw it, and then I loved it and thought it was amazing, which consequently then led to me diving into it, finding out about... that it's a movie in a series. Which then again led to... like, my discovery of online fandom and all of that type of stuff. So
that was your toe dipping into the puddle
I would,
and then you get sucked in, and it's actually an ocean of fan culture.
I would say that. I would actually say it was how I got sucked in. Like, I'd already known that online content existed to some extent. Funnily enough, it was because I accidentally stumbled across a Sunny with a Chance fan fiction.
Love it.
I know. But that was the first time that I was like, wait, I could do something with this online content, you know?
Love it.
Yeah.
You're like, what was Chad Dylan Cooper?
Exactly. Yeah. I actually stumbled upon it because I was looking up whether or not Chad and Sunny kiss and got together, and then one of the first entries was a fanfic for that couple, and I was like, what is this?
So even before you knew what it was, you were seeking out
exactly
fan culture.
Exactly.
Fan content. I love that. That's so cute.
Yeah, I've always been a little nerd.
It's true, and you will be till the day you die.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay, question. Should we keep book in there? Or is book too wishy-washy? Because, you never know if someone likes books.
I don't know. We could probably ask.
Okay.
I personally know my answer, which is Percy Jackson. I even have a trident tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because
it's a banger of a series.
It's a banger of a series. And then it got me into Greek mythology, which got me into history, which then consequently is the degree that I have. So, yeah, I feel like that's a pretty obvious line of...
There's a through line there.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Yeah.
You know what? Out of all the stuff you've said so far, Percy Jackson probably genuinely influenced your life, the most.
No, for sure. It definitely did. Like, there's, like, a genuine...
Subconsciously or consciously.
Yeah, cause and effect there. I think so. Well, for the longest time, I was going to be an historian. Like, that's what I wanted. I wanted to do archaeology, blah, blah, blah. And then I found out I sucked at archaeology. And then I also found out university sucks. Which is when I was like...
True. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Yeah, right? Which is when I was like, wait a second. The other great love that I've always had is fan culture. By always, obviously. I was like, maybe I should do something with that instead. Yeah. But yeah. Yes. Percy Jackson definitely is the most obvious.
Yeah.
Like, life course creating one. Yeah.
And there's really nothing compares to Greek mythology.
It really doesn't. That shit goes off.
That hits it.
It slaps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I love that. We're gonna start wrapping up soon, so let's jump to the final question, which is a cultural moment that defined you.
Oh, right.
This can be live TV. This can be an award. This could be John Travolta saying Adele Dazeem at the Oscars. This could be anything. I can give you a sneak peek at my answer if that's going to help you with yours.
Cultural moment. This is going to sound really funny.
Okay.
But I don't really...
It's not. This is a safe space.
No, okay. My answer is that I don't really... I don't know anything about pop culture, really. Like, I don't think... I mean, I can think of things that were big enough to pierce my teeny tiny sphere.
But that's what I'm talking about. Anything like fucking Michael Jackson's death the moment you found out he died.
Oh my god. Okay, wait, stop. I've got the funniest fucking story about this. Because that was on the news, and I remember the morning that happened. His lawyer came on the TV and he did this interview or something, I don't even know, and there was this one line where he was like, and I used to say to him, Michael, one day you're gonna wake up dead. And it happened. I know. Oh my god, the amount of times my family and I have quoted that to each other over the past 10 or 12 years, however long it's been.
15.
Has it been? I thought it was 2009.
Well, we're in 2021. 2021? I think I just had a fucking meltdown. Well, I would say that counts.
Okay,
TBH.
Than that.
Something, that has inside jokes and shit. That's pretty iconic.
I would say that.
You would say that?
Yeah.
Like, if we asked our parents, it'd be like Queen Di's death.
Yeah,
Queen,
true.
Princess Diana's death.
Yeah. No, I can't really... I mean, probably if I thought about it longer, I could come up with something, but no, I can't really think of anything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cute.
Aside from, learning about climate change whenever I did that, and then that being, a defining activist moment, it's things like that, I would say. Or, do you remember when Aleppo was bombed in 2015 or 16? That also...
awoke something in you.
Yeah.
Again, that sounds very white of us. But
yes, it does. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't have anything that's, like, lighthearted.
It doesn't have to be, but, like, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Or Lady Gaga in the meat dress.
Or Lady Gaga in the meat dress.
Of course, because who the fuck didn't hear about that?
Even, like, the premiere of Hannah Montana or something. Love that shit.
Loved that show. Wow. That was so good. The Hannah Montana movie coming out. Maybe that was pretty iconic. That was pretty iconic.
Okay, well, I think we might need to take a quick break before we finish.
Okay.
Okay,
anyway, so now we're wrapping up. So shall we just jump straight into the what the fucks?
Sorry, I'm yawning. Yes, we shall. My what the fuck of the week, I already know what it is.
Go.
Backstory.
Okay.
It's like 2 seconds of backstory. Yeah. I was on TikTok last night at like 2 a.m.
Love that.
And it truly, when I say, made me verge of tears.
In a good way or a bad way?
Bad way. Because I found this channel where they have a little baby monkey that they keep as a pet.
Oh.
As like...
Like a loved pet?
Well, loved.
Like, is it like in a cage? Or is it like...
Oh, no, it's got its own room.
Okay, right, okay,
But like... seeing my what the fuck of the week is people who fucking keep exotic animals as pets just for social media clout.
Oof, that's a lot. Like, if you're gonna have an exotic animal, which I definitely disapprove of in general, do it because you love it.
Completely. And like, obviously they love it, but it's not a fucking human child. They've got nappies on it and clothes on it.
Stop.
Yeah, and like fucking they've got these 2 dogs. I don't even know what they are. Like not pit bulls, bulldogs or something like that. And this poor fucking monkey is terrified of them. Aww. But they let these dogs loose in the room and stuff so that they can get a video of the monkey climbing up the arm out of fear. And then they like label it like so cute when he clings to my arm like this, love heart.
Can you please send me that account because I'm going to report
I don't even know if I'll be able to find it again.
Oh. Okay, that's fair.
Because obviously I didn't like any of the videos or anything. Yeah, so it's not in my history. But like, it just made me so sad. And I was like, how can people
really fucked up.
Be like this? This poor fucking animal.
That's really fucked up.
Anyway.
Okay, well, you've inspired my what the fuck of the week, which is that I was on TikTok this week.
Oh my god, imagine that.
And I actually think the TikTok algorithm is quite sophisticated in terms of what it recommends to you.
Interesting. I hate it.
Really?
I like glance at some random video and suddenly for the next 2 days my entire feed is filled with fucking
oh my god
videos of people cleaning shitty toilets.
Okay, that's really wild because mine is actually really good.
Or like even I think I liked one video where they were like Brisbane restaurant recommendations.
Iconic.
And now that's every second video. And I'm like
well, see, the thing is that when I like a video like that, I'm happy for it to come up again. I'm like, you're okay.
It's getting better.
That's
I'm
fair.
being harsh, but it's getting better.
That's fair.
Anyway, why is this TikTok algorithm making you...
Well, no. So generally it's been really good. But then the other morning I had 2 videos come up my feed, both of which I had to report because I was like, whoa. The first one was this video of this wild Trump supporter. I do not even know how it ended up on my algorithm, but they basically just... on my feed, sorry. But they showed all of these, like... Trump flags, and they were like, fuck Biden, fuck anyone who voted for Biden, Trump 2024, and all these Nazi flags with Trump's face on them, and I was like...
Fucking embarrassing.
Whoa, and so I reported that, I think, for maybe hate crimes.
Good!
Yeah.
I haven't even seen it, and I feel like I've been hate crimed.
I think. And then the second one, that's just ridiculous, like, it's stupid and it's fucked up. But
and
like,
also you're a Trump supporter, so it makes sense.
I mean, obviously. Exactly.
That is a joke.
Oh my god, I hope Trump burns in hell.
I
would literally assassinate him myself and go to jail for it for the rest of my life. I would be cool with that.
Also a joke to any lawyers watching.
Oh yeah, in case he ends up assassinated soon. You're right. No, but the second one was way worse.
Oh no!
Arguably.
What was it? Do I want to know though? Yeah, just do it.
It was this woman, quite young, very beautiful. She was in a full military getup. And
okay, I might have seen this on Twitter.
Yeah, maybe. And then her caption on it was, I'm an officer in the Israeli Defense Force. I proudly have served for 2 years. Do I look like I could kill innocent children? It was just her dancing around. And
but it was her like booty. Or does this ass look like it could kill innocent children or something?
It didn't say that.
Oh.
No, she was just her saying, do I look like I kill innocent children?
Did she like turn around and show a bum?
I don't think
in
so.
uniform?
She was in uniform, but I don't think she showed her bum.
Oh. This might have been... Or maybe it's a trend.
Ew.
Because I definitely saw one on Twitter where she was like, could this ass kill innocent children?
Okay. That's really fucked up. Anyway, I reported that one too because I was like...
Fucking propaganda.
Yeah, that's what I reported it for, I think.
And actually, that woman was Gal Gadot.
Okay, wait. The tweet that she put out.
That was like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Anyway, sorry
Definitely
for
read the
hijacking
fucking
your What the
room.
Fuck of the Week.
Yeah, no, anyway, my What the Fuck of the Week is, well, A, the TikTok algorithm, but B, what were those people thinking? Specifically the second one, because that is like... It's so fucked up. At least all of the comments were like, wow, you're pretty and you commit war crimes. I was like, okay, good. At least everyone else understands what's going on here. But yeah, anyway. It just raised so many questions for me because I was like, wait, so do you think you're not killing children? Do you think that the children you're killing aren't innocent?
Or
like,
do you think... And
do
like,
you think they deserve it?
Yeah, and also do you think this is
a joke?
a positive
yeah.
representation of the Israeli armed forces?
100%.
Like, do they think it is?
Yeah, I know.
Like, obviously they do. Their Twitter's fucking ridiculous.
I know. Like, what do they think they're doing in the defense force? Like, are they just like, no, we don't ever kill anyone ever. This is just because we have to do 2 years. It's like, I have a certain level of sympathy for the conscription thing, and I
totally.
don't automatically condemn people who've been in the IDF, but like, the propaganda that then goes on and that then they're like brainwashed with is like next level full on. Anyway, that was a lot, and I hated every second of that.
Yes, very fair. And for anyone who needs a quick education on
Free Palestine.
Yeah, well, Free Palestine obviously, but watch John Oliver's 10-minute breakdown of it.
Oh, okay.
It's very good.
Okay. I actually realized I screenshot it, and I don't know if it's the one. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
That looks like Sabrina Carpenter.
It does, low-key, you're right. It has 233,000 likes.
Oh my god.
I know. And 38... Well, I was like, why have so many people liked it? But then I read all of the comments and all of them were...
Hilarious.
You're going to jail.
You're going to heck.
Yeah.
HE double hockey sticks. Okay.
Exactly. Anyway.
Amazing. Maddie, thanks for, answering questions and getting deep with it.
Having me.
Loved it.
I'll be
Thanks
back.
For having you. She hosts
also,
this.
I was pretending to be a guest.
Oh, okay. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, and thank you very much for this commemorative mug that all of our guests get.
Oh, yes, this is true. If you need incentive. And a sticker.
Exactly. The sticker is the most important part.
Very true. Oh my god, quickly. I watched the first episode of Z-Way's new show.
I don't know what that is.
Z-Way's an American girl, and she's fucking iconic. But anyway, she has a new show, and she just is a kind of a talk show,
right?
Kind of a segment, like clip show, comedy show. She interviews Fran Lebowitz, famed author, and also a famed cynic. And Fran Lebowitz comes on and sits down, and Z-Way goes, "Thank you for coming on my pod, on my show. I'm honored." And she goes, "Yes."
Iconic.
And so I was like, okay.
A good way to wrap up.
Yeah. And then Fran Lebowitz was like, well, in all my years, I've learned to not say thank you for having me, because then it just goes back and forth. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Love that.
I was like, okay. Bad delivery.
Yeah, good concept.
Good intention. Yeah, good concept, bad delivery. Exactly.
Okay.
Amazing.
Lady Alice 101.
Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.
Exactly.
TikTok. And if you want to follow the pod,
yes,
it's WTFIH podcast.
It is
on Instagram and Twitter.
Should we get a TikTok for the pod?
No.
Okay.
That's just another thing I have. I've been ignoring Twitter for like a month. I need to get back on that. But anyway.
Mood.
And if you want to follow me, NIC_sushi on Twitter and TikTok. Only socials starting with T. Twitter and TikTok.
Oh, I was like, is that your username?
Tanik Sushi.
Yeah.
Also the pod video version is on YouTube.
Yeah.
What the fuck is WTF is happening, the podcast.
Woo!
Woo!
Our food's getting cold, so we've got to
It's true.
skidad.
Oh my god, can you imagine anything worse?
No,
War,
I
famine,
literally
homelessness?
can't.
Okay, amazing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
And thank you for listening
thank
to
you for
What the Fuck
listening.
is Happening,
The
the podcast. So in time. Love you.
Beautiful.